This stupid game is gonna fail like Elder Scrolls Online.
Hello YouTube, what is Scrap Erotic here? In today's video I want to talk about Fallout 76 again. Thanks to the E3 presentation we have found out a lot of new stuff about Fallout 76 and there is a lot of people who are asking me,
Hey Erotic, are you hyped about Fallout 76?
Don't cry because of my opinion, okay? First and probably the most important topic in this video is gonna be Fallout 76 is gonna be online game. That was already leaked, that was already confirmed, but I wanna talk about that topic a little bit deeper. For those of you that do not know, I have thousands and thousands of hours, and in the Fallout 3, and in the Fallout New Vegas, and in the Fallout 4. And to be honest, I'm gonna play Fallout 4 in my future streams a little bit more often, because Skrarmy, I need to be in the shape when it comes out. We have to relearn character movement, weapon control, building the bases. Fallout 76 is gonna be really close to the Fallout 4. Just look at the gameplay. It literally looks like Fallout 4. And to be honest, I literally do not care about that. I like the graphics and everything in Fallout 4, so it doesn't matter to me. And to be honest, I'm actually glad that they reused a lot of stuff from the Fallout 4 because they saved a lot of time and the effort so they can invest that time in the new features in the Fallout 76. And speaking about new features, we haven't seen that many of them in that showcase. And I'm kinda disappointed about that. The only thing that we have seen is the end game.
Everyone will finally have the honor of getting their asses wrecked by a Skrawler of the Skrarmy. That is right. It is time to drop those nuclear missiles over the Virginia.
From the gameplay footage that they have shown to us, we will need to collect those codes, and when we have enough of the codes, we will be able to launch the nuclear missiles on the specific points of interest, not wherever the hell we want, which means every single point of interest on a map has two different conditions. Which means after detonation that area, that point of interest is gonna completely change and it is gonna always be the same, which means eventually if you're gonna farm same points of interest, it is gonna become repetitive. And when you drop the nuke, everyone on the map is gonna see that you dropped it, of course, and you automatically started a dynamic event on the map. The area where the nuclear missile was detonated is gonna become radioactive, which means you're gonna need to have a lot of radioactive protection to enter in that area, of course. Radioactive enemies are gonna spawn, loot is gonna spawn, you're gonna farm those stuff and craft the endgame gear. Or loot it, of course. But you know who else is gonna come? Raiders, squads, snipers, everyone will try to steal your shit. I effing love how they have done the endgame in the Fallout 76. It is gonna be
legendary.
I simply cannot wait to wipe those squads. Now let's get back to that repetitive thing that I was talking about, farming exactly the same nuclear point of interest over and over again. The glorious Todd Howard said that map is gonna be 4 times bigger than the Fallout 4. And of course, everyone is flipping their shit. Holy shit, map is so huge, it is gonna be the best Fallout ever! Map size does not mean anything. The only important thing is how much points of interest is gonna be on a map. Which means, if you take Fallout 4 map, and there is, I don't know, 50 points of interest, that doesn't mean that if the map is 4 times bigger that it is gonna be 200 points of interest. The only thing that matters is density of structures and instances that we can visit. And the reason why they went with a 4 times bigger map is just because of the online servers. I really doubt that servers will be stable if they are running on a Fallout 4 map. They simply need to scatter those points of interest a little bit so the servers are not choking too much. And again, don't get me wrong, I do not have anything against that type of implementation. I fully and completely do understand why they are doing that. The another reason why they are doing that is because game is online survival softcore game. And the bigger the map is, you're gonna value those PvP encounters much more than if everyone is on exactly the same place and they are just doing deathmatch 24/7. The another thing that I wanna point out about map is fast travel. Every single person that was playing Fallout games knows how fast travel is important in that game, and if we have a 4 times bigger map, I'm assuming that there is gonna be some kind of fast travel. Although, I really doubt that you can just port from one side to the another without any precautions. Because I think we have all experienced how easy it is to grief somebody on a spawn, aka spawn camping. I'm really wondering if fast travel is gonna be a thing, how they're gonna implement that in a game to avoid bullshit. Speaking about bullshit, stream snipers. Yay! Todd said that you'll never be able to pick the server where you're gonna play. You'll just click the option play online and the game is gonna drop you on the server. However, if you wanna meet with your friends, I'm assuming you will need to get out of a game, join in the same squad with your friends and then enter inside of the world. And he was mentioning some kind of an option about base building. When you build your base, you can transfer it. I really do not know how this is gonna work, but I guess time will tell. And the another thing that I'm also wondering is there gonna be some kind of an option to add first person only? Because there is plenty of people that like to play Fallout in first person only. And we all know what Picker's Advantage is doing in these types of games, and to be honest, I would prefer to play Fallout 76 in first person mode only. From the gameplay that they have provided to us, we can see a lot of new and old enemies. Also, we see old and new guns. And of course, since community really liked the new style of power armors, we have exactly the same ones like in the Fallout 4. You will need to enter inside of the power armor, and when a shit breaks, you will have to repair it. And speaking about power armors, for those of you that haven't played Fallout 4, and for those of you that kinda forgot the system of the statistics, attributes and the perks in the Fallout 4, let me remind you about something. If you really wanted to be in that power armor 24/7, it required a lot of intelligence. If I remember correctly, it required 8 intelligence, so you can unlock that perk that increased the efficiency of the fusion cores. Fusion core is fuel for the power armor. And trust me, when you're gonna engage in a PvP, you're gonna definitely want to be in the power armor. Because it is gonna definitely provide you the biggest amount of the armor points available in the game. And to be completely honest with you guys, I am kind of worried about builds in the Fallout 76. The reason why I'm worried is because of the special skill tree. Strength gave you a lot of melee power, more weight to carry, perception gave you that accuracy in VATS, agility gave you more action points, endurance gave you more resistance and the health points, high charisma buffed your companions, and the special dialogues with the certain vendors. Luck gave you more magic find and higher chance of crit, and of course higher chance for gambling. And if you spec a lot of points in the intelligence, you have unlocked the most overpowered things in a game. First and the most important thing, when you have high intelligence, you're gaining much more experience points than when you have low intelligence. There was that dumb perk. The dumber you are, the higher the chances that you're gonna get more experience, but that never worked, man. That even worked with the high intelligence, dude. And like I already said, high intelligence was required in a Fallout 4 to be efficient in that power armor. Which means the most efficient meta is gonna be dumping a lot of points in the intelligence, so you can skip that endurance, you can skip a lot of stuff, because it is gonna be necessary to be in the power armor 24/7. I'm really skeptical how they're gonna do that, but they really need to revamp whole special skill tree. And don't get me even started with VATS. Here you go, man, I started with renting again. Since Fallout 76 is gonna be online game, VATS will not be in a game. Simple as that. It is literally impossible to just pause the game so some random guy on a server can use VATS. Which means we are going back on the topic that I was talking about earlier about revamping special skill tree. We're gonna definitely see revamped special skill tree just because of that online experience. And to be completely honest with you, Fallout universe was unique just because of that VATS. Sure, we're gonna have same lore, weapons, enemies and stuff like that, but is it really worth to scrap the unique thing that your game had for the sake of the online experience? I do not know, dudes, I guess you're gonna see. And of course, speaking about unique stuff, for those of you that do not know, there is one more key ingredient that is creating Fallout universe so unique. And that's community. To be specific, modding community. The only reason why people are still playing Fallout games is because of mods. You can replay the game over and over and over just with different mods, and every single time when you play the game you're gonna have a different experience. And for those of you that do not know, Bethesda made Creation Club. They basically wanted to take a cut from the modders, but they failed drastically, and I do not want to rant too much about Creation Club, but my point is that if Bethesda wants Fallout 76 to live many years from now on, they will need to add so much content. It is just ridiculous. Todd Howard said that it is gonna be possible to play Fallout 76 in a single player mode, and even if they are gonna force us to do that Creation Club, I'm sure that there is gonna be some cheesy way how to add the Nexus mods in a game. Don't worry about that too much. And for those of you that are crying,
this stupid game is gonna fail like Elder Scrolls Online.
I do completely understand why you're so skeptical about that, but don't you think that it is in their goal not to fail on exactly the same way twice? You know what I say?
Once you kill a cow, you gotta make a burger.
No, not that. I was thinking about fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Is it worth to pre-order the game so you can enter inside of the beta? I think not. Am I gonna pre-order the game? Yes, I will, because I'm a content creator, so I can keep you up to date with whatever the hell we are gonna do in beta. So if you're interested about that, you can slap that subscribe button. Now it is time on you guys. Tell me, what do you think about all of that? Do you agree with me or disagree? Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one, or on the live stream. Eroctic out!